How's it going, everybody? Chris Card's back through the mail. Monday, 5 returns for you today. Our first one coming to us from Austin, Texas on this Thanksgiving week. Hope everyone out there has a great week with friends and family. As we jump right into this week's video, we've got Mr. Zachary on our letter of request. That's Pat Zachary. 10-year career, 6 with the Mets. World Series champion with the Cincinnati Reds in 1976. Went 14-7 that year, 2.74 ERA to win Rookie of the Year honors, along with San Diego Padres closer Butch Metzger. Started Game 2 against the Phillies in the NLCS and Game 3 against the Yankees in the World Series. Won both games 6-2. He was the first ever Rookie of the Year award-winning pitcher to start and win a World Series game. Very nice returns from Pat Zachary, signed with a pretty thick black Sharpie. Not my favorite pen choice, but I am not going to complain, although I guess I just did. Nice return from Pat. He now charges $10 a card. I did get this in under the wire. He started charging a little while ago. Glad to get this back from Pat for the 84 top set. Very nice return from Pat Zachary. Injuries kind of derailed his career, so they shipped him off to the Mets, where careers go to die, and he kept getting hurt. So bummer for Pat Zachary. Great signer, though. And sweet mustache. Had to make him my thumbnail today because he's an awesome looking dude. He is totally 80s as far as I'm concerned. Let's move on to return number 2. All right, folks. Metroplex, Michigan. What a sweet sounding name. Metroplex is our next return right here. And we've got we've got Mickey Lolich. Once again, I got him a few weeks ago. I got him again because I had to get this card finished. 1965 strikeout leaders. Sam McDowell, that was I think that was $5. Mickey Lolich is 20. Sonny Siebert was 7. Denny McClain, I think, was 10 or 20. I forgot. Mickey Lolich there on a 1974 Topps card as well, signed for $20 again. I needed that for the Topps set, but there you guys go. I got to hold these up because, I mean, you need to see these cards up close and personal. Look at that. Beautifully done. You can still get these guys signed if you got the money and you got the card and you got the time. You can send them off to all those guys. 4 guys, get them all signed. As you see there, Mickey Lolich was the last person I sent off to because he was basically automatic. So are the other guys, really, but there really wasn't a whole lot of thought put in who I sent to first and who I sent to last, but I knew they were all pretty much automatic. So glad he got this card back. Glad it didn't get lost in the mail or anything crazy like that. That is going to be my last Mickey Lolich send-off, I promise. Let's move on to return number 3. North Houston, Texas, our next return. A few cards in here from the feel of it. And we've got Doug Rauch. Doug Rauch on a 74 Topps card, signed beautifully for the set. 9-year career. 8 of those with the Dodgers. He did try to come back with the Angels towards the end of his career. Derailed by injuries, unfortunately. Signed a group of cards for me. Doug Rauch, 1977 World Series champion. And if you guys have not seen the video of Tommy Lasorda mic'd up as he took out Doug Rauch in Game 4 of the 77 World Series, that's pretty interesting. Rauch said the infamous line, "I feel good, Tommy," and then Tommy told him what he thought of how Doug felt. It's a great video. Watch it after you watch this video if you haven't seen it already. Tommy Lasorda being mic'd up is just as good as Earl Weaver being mic'd up, or, you know, Terry Collins being mic'd up. The Dodgers drafted him in the first round, 7th pick overall in the 1970 draft. Career unfortunately derailed by shoulder injuries, but great signer. Awesome return from him. Let's move on to return number 4. Fargo, North Dakota, our next return. Fargo, a Coen Brother classic. And we've got a signed index card from the look of it. Bled through to the other side. Mr. Dave Goltz. Dave Goltz there. 81 World Series champion with the Dodgers. There he is in his Dodger uniform. And yes, 74 Topps cards signed for the set. Nice to get Dave Goltz, 12-year career. 8 of those with the Twins. Went 6-4 his rookie year, which coincidentally was his height at the time. He went 500 the next 3 years in a row. He went 8-8, and then he went 14-14 2 years in a row before winning 20 games in 1977, tying him for the league lead in wins. Nice return from Dave Goltz. Nice to get this taken care of. Minnesota sports legend. Multi-sport athlete growing up. Probably all these guys were, but Dave was a pretty good baller in other sports as well. Nice to get Dave back. Stony Brook Manor. Sounds like a regal place to live. Let's move on, guys, to return number 5. Tampa, Florida, our final return of the day. Hope everyone enjoyed this week's video. Thanks for watching. And we've got, let's do this. We've got Josh Fogg. Josh Fogg signed very nicely here. 9-year career. All of those years as a starter, except for his very first year and his very last year, he was a reliever. Did not do very well as a reliever. Good pitcher, known as the Dragon Slayer in 2007 for the Colorado Rockies, who went to the World Series that year, because he went up against the other team's aces and did very, very well. Went 10-7 in 2007, helping the National League champions get to the World Series. The Rockies, of course, got swept in that World Series against the Bo Sox. Josh Fogg pitched 1 game in the World Series and got shelled, but the rest of the team didn't do much better. Of course, he went 2-1 in the playoffs that year. Awesome signer. Look at these cards signed very nicely by Mr. Josh Fogg, including a Heritage card, an Archives card. Very nice to get these back. There's his information. And that is it, my friends, for this week's Through the Mail Monday. That is the haul. A bunch of cards here. They look great. A lot of vintage, tons of vintage, except finally Josh Fogg mixed it up a little bit with a little bit of some newer cards. Yeah, the last 2 weeks have been very vintage heavy. So nice returns all around. Hope everyone out there has a great Thanksgiving week. Thanks for watching. And I don't know what else to say. I'm back from Germany next week, so can't wait to talk to you all again then. See ya.